Hello everyone, so I'm here today to do a review of Masters of the Pearl by Michael Quentin Morton, and I read this for Invisible Cities for Qatar. I don't believe the author is Qatari, but yeah, I couldn't find any Qatari books that I wanted to read, so this is what we're going with. If you know any, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this book is a non-fiction book about a short history of Qatar, and it's a very short history. It's like 200 pages, 220 pages or something like that. And I think that was one of the things that I found the hardest, especially at the beginning. So the first, third of the book is about more ancient history, not ancient, but like 16, 17, 1800s. And there were a lot of names of kings and sultans and things that I didn't care about, and there was not a lot of bigger picture kind of things. It was more about the gossips of the family, which I didn't particularly enjoy, and I didn't think that was giving me any insight into Qatar, but after that it focuses more on the more recent history. So Qatar solidified their borders and in the 1960s, 1970, so that's when for me it started being interesting. I learned a lot about the position of Qatar in the Middle East. I didn't know much about it. I thought, for me, Bahrain, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, all of those little countries, Kuwait, they are kind of all the same. But by reading this book, I realized that it's not, which, I mean, it's obvious that they're not, but like the intricacies and the nuances between the relationships within those countries. So another thing I didn't know is that they already found out about their oil and their gas in the 40s, and then because of the war, that was kind of stopped. And before that, one of their main trades was pearls. That's why the book is called Masters of the Pearls, and that's, I think, why the author felt compelled to include this part at the beginning about the more back history that didn't fit within the book, but it explained the title. But yeah, after that, so when they start finding the oil and they are defining the borders within the area, so if they are all going to be part of Saudi Arabia or they want to be a different country. Also, it briefly talks about that also with United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Kuwait. And I like at some point Qatar actually wanted. Qatar is a peninsula, so they wanted to make a canal to make it an island. Bahrain is an island. I didn't know that either. So that they wanted to really separate themselves from Saudi Arabia. And as far as I understand, once these countries were established, Qatar actually became the black sheep of the countries. So they received a lot of refugees from the other areas that were not agreeing with the current regimes in those areas. I also didn't know that they are supporting the Muslim Brotherhood quite a bit, and the other countries in the area are not happy with that, and they are trying to alienate them because of their support to the Brotherhood in places like Egypt or even sometimes Iran and Iraq as well. So yeah, that was interesting to learn about. And I also didn't know that Al Jazeera is based in Doha in Qatar. And there has been a lot of connection between the Brotherhood and Al Jazeera. And that's also something that the other countries around them are not very happy about. And there's a lot of talk at the end about the World Cup that is going to happen at the end of this year in Qatar, and how that was connected with bribery, but also like the jealousy that it has caused around the area as well, and the amount of money, crazy amount of money that it's gonna cost, and how Qatar is often perceived as a very luxurious place, similar to United Arab Emirates, I guess. But there is also a lot of smaller workers that get often overlooked. But I would have loved to know more about that, because yeah, the in this book it was just mentioned that that exists at the end in the epilogue in a paragraph, but I would have loved to know a lot more about the backstory of those workers. But yeah, overall I think it was an interesting read. I would have liked some things more developed, but that's what you get with a 200-page history book. And also I sometimes the book was making statements about the policies that I felt they were subjective, and I would like to read other books to get a more complete picture, because I think that this was like one side of the story, but I would like to see other sides of the story. Because, for example, what they said about Al Jazeera, I have always perceived Al Jazeera as relatively neutral in a lot of the news. So when there is something that was going on, like the war in Iraq, I think that the European and American news outlets are quite biased. So I also like to see the Al Jazeera side of things to have a bit of a more broader view. And I think that this book did take the side of the Western countries, and I would like to see other perspectives about the history and the current events in Qatar. So yeah, those are my only things. So yeah, I'm happy that I read this. I think I learned a lot about Qatar, but now I feel the need to learn more, because I think I've realized the gaps that I had that I didn't know I have. So yeah, I think that's a good sign. Let me know what you think about this review. If you want to read this book, if you have read it, or other recommendations that you have for Qatar, I would love that. And until next video, bye.